Hello. Alright, so this is just a video explaining the new Hikari system, forms, kits, starting, and all that stuff. Now, technically speaking, the server still hasn't reset yet. It's just a whitelist, or at least as of now. Let me fix the screen real quick. So as of now, the server hasn't whitelist yet. We were just focusing on, getting the actual stuff done first. Then we were going to reset. So technically speaking, the reset has not happened yet. However, when it does, which is going to be like hopefully tomorrow, the date I'm recording this is June 17th, 2023. So hopefully tomorrow, 18th, the 18th, the server should get reset. That's really depending on two of the staff finishing up what they were supposed to do. And one's pretty close, the other is like midway. Anyway, let's get started into Hikari. So basically, you're gonna spawn here now. I have max stats to test a whole bunch of stuff, so it doesn't really matter right now. But essentially, this is where you're gonna spawn, right? You spawn in front of this Namekian, the nameless one, and you're gonna select your race. So since I'm Saiyan, I'd click Saiyan, and then he'd give me Saiyan, and then new quest time patroller S, and I'd complete Saiyan. Now, in the quests, some people would be given a stake, which is what I got, and then 1 in 9 people would be given a LSSJ token. The only way right now, anyway, is to redeem that is to complete Time Patroller S or Time Patrol S. But we're probably gonna change that. So essentially, when you're saying now, you can't talk to him you can't talk to him anymore. So first thing you'd have to do is warp your home planet, warp Vegeta. Now I'm still tweaking the kits, and that was actually a test spaceship, and I'll show that in a second. So if I do kit Saiyan, because Vegeta is registered as a medium difficulty, you get 2k XP, and then you get your battle armor and some food, and we are gonna put some wood in the kit because I totally forgot there are no trees on Vegeta. Anyway, so essentially, after you get your stuff ready, the main idea is you're gonna have to gather all the ores and stuff around planet Vegeta and whatnot to build yourself a spaceship, because the only way to kill a chunk of corrupted time is in space. That's how it is right now, anyway. So you get your spaceship ready, let's say. Now, mind you, your spaceship can legit just be a platform. With like a solar panel or generator even, because these are cheaper. My keybind isn't working. So you can use like a generator, you need some wires, cable, and then you need ship core and ship controller. This is where the real expensive stuff is. Now mind you, at this rate, when you're spawning, you don't have access to warp spawn or warp time vault, any of the warps. Your only warp right now is your home planet warp. So essentially you need this, you need the computer, which I believe would go there, generator, which you can just throw coal in this, and then just link that up. However, set your size. You are not set up right. You should be there. Yep. Give it whatever name you want, and then how I normally check my ship size, because right now it says 1 block. I would go front. Normally I go for like any size really. I would go like set size. So for example, a ship like that one over there, I would start with like 10. But if you shift click the ship core, it will give you a display about everything that's going to be moving. But for now, let's just pump some coal into this generator here. So it's getting energy. So we have enough for 3 jumps right now. So movement, I would jump like 61. I don't know. just to show that you really need anything. Now, I don't recommend this because this would start killing you, because you have no air. But I'm just saying, in theory, you can get there, like that. So that's gonna move soon, but we're not gonna use that ship. We're gonna use this ship. Now this one I use the /generate command for testing and all that. But essentially, we noticed that because our universe was really big and all that, ships didn't really quite travel at the speed we needed to. So we did bump the speed of the ships a lot, and we're just gonna set the dimensions here. So I'm gonna do 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. We're gonna go movement, so we're gonna do none up, and then we're gonna do 1, 1, 7 up. We're gonna keep on hitting enter. We're gonna get brought up. So while you do this, because it's the main quest, right? What we're actually gonna do, I'm gonna show you JMC 4 mastery. Xcal set current 0. So now we have 0 base mastery. It's not gonna go up in creative actually, so we gotta go game mode C. Oh, when you're a Sane, you get the Sane tag, same for Majin. In fact, like all races have a tag like that. Because we swapped from Hikari core to a different chat plugin. This one's like a common one used. But you know, because we're introducing a lot more ranks and all that, it just seemed better to have it like this. Anyway, you're probably gonna need to jump a few times before getting into space. I'll definitely post a tutorial, like in its own channel, on the Discord, just so you know people can know more about warp drive and all that, so it's easy for them. So while we do that, so set it, I don't know how long ago, now it's at 0.16. For a lot of people who played post or pre-restart, my bad. For a lot of people who played pre-restart, you know, 4 mastery was a lot faster. That is not the case anymore. I want it to be faster so people can unlock their forms before the restart, you know, so they can mess with everything. That's not the case anymore. Hikari, we wanted it to, you know, last a whole lot longer, so we did it that way. Let me actually grab a pickaxe real quick. So Hikari is not really, oh, that's the other ship I was using for testing. Hikari is not really a fast-paced server. It's more of like medium to slow. But the main reason why we did this is just to smooth out form progression. So I don't remember all of those planets, but I remember that one's the otherworld gates. For example, you know, if one of your homies, because we disabled TPA, TPA no longer is there. Just to give it more of a DBZ experience. But intertransmission is there. Let's say, you know, hey, one of your dudes is dead, and they can't really do the quest. Either they're too weak or don't have the stuff for it, or even lazy, right? So basically, you can go from like any planet to other world, drop them off a revive capsule or whatnot. You know the deal. That's Tatooine. That's where the Majins are. That's Namek. That's Vegeta. That's Hoth with Arcosians. That's Earth. I think that's Endor, Dagobah. I forget what that is. And then that's Elune. And then I know there's some more around here. But, anyway. So for some reason, sometimes the chunks of corrupted time don't really spawn too well. So we are working on that too before we open to even testing. But we're just gonna get ourselves a chunk of corrupted time here. And they have a decent amount of HP, 500. So you are gonna need to grind up a bit first. And why did that not work? Oh, hold on. I just realized. There we go. Let me save you real quick. And essentially, do /warp time vault if you would like to become a time patroller, because now your luck perms you should have access to. Let me delete this real quick. You should have access to the warp time vault. Now originally we were thinking about making it instant TP, but then we remembered, chances are you're near your ship when you, kill one of these. So and there it is right there. So if you have an LSSJ token, it will instant complete, and you get the permanent status. We disabled it, so anyone can just randomly get the status. The only way to get it now is to be one of the 1 out of 9 Saiyans, that would get LSSJ. After that, nobody else can really get it, and it is permanent. So if you die, you keep it. And there's like an unlimited number. I think it's like 1,000, but I doubt we're gonna have 1,000 legendary Super Saiyans. So we're pretty set. Anyway, so now we would gain access to Warp Time Vault, and there we would see the Time Patroller test. If you can take this as many times as you need. He said, I saw what you did out there, kid. Incredible work taking out a chunk of time like that, but here's the deal. Blah, 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 blah. So here's the deal, right? You can pass and play vanilla, or not really vanilla, but close to vanilla DBC. You can unlock every single form except Ultra Instinct and Ultra Ego with this route. There is going to be side quests. We fixed the story crashing issue, so we're going to make this a viable option. Or you could be like, I'd love to help, I will save the timeline. Amazing, are you ready to begin? So be like, yeah, you'd be brought here. There it is. It does need some work. I threw this together real quick. Essentially, you'd be killing these Cybermen, Raditz real quick, easy stuff, and then you'd instantly be brought back. So after that, you would talk to him again. I'd complete it, so now I'm a Time Patroller, and then that's my rank now. After that, you can really just do your own thing. As a Time Patroller, you gain access to /warp spawn and some other stuff. So if I do /warp spawn, whatnot, same deal, really. We just wanted to make it so it's better. Now, here's the deal. We changed it. So PQs are less of a needed thing. So the best way to progress in Hikari now is Time Vault Quest. They give significantly more TP, and are significantly better, and you need to progress in Time Vault. Now, I'm going to show off some other stuff. So, for example, one of the new systems that we added was the Super Dragon Ball creation. So essentially, in order to get a Super Dragon Ball, is you would need to talk to Zalama here. Now he's like, you are not a part of my clan, I won't teach you anything. If you were a part of the clan, the Namekian Dragon clan, he would talk to you. Essentially, he'd be like, alright, so you're cool, you're strong, whatnot. You would have to hit a certain requirement though. You would have to beat the first Mira and Toa Time Vault quest. After you beat that, he'll give you a quest. You complete the quest, and then you'd be able to you'd be able to get a Super Dragon Ball. After you get the Super Dragon Ball, you would need about 7. I believe it's 1 hour or 1 MC day or MC week cooldown. After you get 7, you can come over here to locations. We replaced Yardrat because the next time we're adding Yardrat back, it's going to be an actual planet. You come over here to Super Dragon God Shendong. Some OG players would know this one. This area needs some work too. But essentially, let's talk to Shendong here. I'm the Almighty Shendong. What is your wish? You can wish for a few things. You can wish for life everlasting. This is legit just God mode. So you can be KO'd and all that, but you cannot die. I wish to be stronger than I ever was. That would add 1k stats to all of your categories. Now, in the old server, 1k stats didn't seem like a lot, but we are pacing it a lot better now. So, we want to keep stats lower. I wish to be divine. That gives permanent divinity. I wish to be legendary. That gives permanent legendary. And then I wish for more TP is 1 billion TP. Then you gotta click next. I wish to be rich. That gives you a bunch of emerald coins, which are the highest key currency in the game. And I'll show some more about that later. These 2 items are very important. So I wish for the best pudding in the universe. The only way to get Ultra Ego is with the best pudding in the universe. The only way to get Ultra Instinct is with the best cake in the universe. Now, all of them have 5 quests. Some of them are very similar to the other ones. Some of them aren't. and then you can also wish to be reborn with 100% of your power. Now, getting back onto the Ultra Ego, Ultra Instinct type of thing. If we do such warp time bolt here, the only way to talk to them first would be to complete the last time vault quest, which I don't have access to anymore, I don't think. Yeah, no, I only have access to one because I just reset my data. So first off, Goku is the info NPC. He's like, to unlock UE/UI, you would have to beat time quest 34 at the end. After that, you need to up your destroyer points in UI for UE and angelic points for UI. To check that, hit your inventory key, click the flag, and you can increase your angelic alignment by killing demons who are in Otherworld, and by killing angels would put it down. To up your destroyer alignment, you gotta kill prisoners and bandits and whatnot. And it said here, both UI and UE are divided into 5 phases. You can't level up UI and UE without doing the quest. So basically, UI and UE, they auto form progress. So basically, if I get UI, I don't need to put a drop of TP into it. I just need to use it more. So right now, anyway, they say you aren't strong enough to take. Take on those demon pests first, then we'll talk about me training you. He's referring to the demons in PQ34. Same thing for Whis. So essentially, you gotta take on the demons and whatnot. Now, first thing about the time bolt is what stands out is the ranks. So the ranks, they've been totally revamped. Now you see early master here, so Trunks. He's like, you aren't ready. The way you can get ready is by beating the perfect cell time bolt. Is this broken? No, it's just not renewing. So after you beat the perfect cell time bolt, Trunks is gonna give you a quest. After you get the quest, you're gonna get the fighter rank, and I'll show you how that looks right now. LP user xcal2 group add fighter. That's what it looks like. After you get the fighter rank, you're gonna be able to split it up. You're gonna be able to go down 2 paths, which both of them are listed at Trunks right here. So essentially, fighter, you can go bandit, trooper, warrior, warlord, or you can go martial artist, ninja. I know it's a horrible name. I gotta change it. Then you go from champion to paladin. The way you can do that is Elder Kai over here. He has the master tag. Now sometimes they do move around a lot, so you might have to find them. But Elder Kai here, he's gonna basically give you a whole bunch of quests. Once you complete them, you get those ranks. Mainly just traveling around the universe, killing whatever he needs, and he's taking a dip. Alright then. Now for the darker ranks, you would need to complete them with Demigro, who's right here. So that's the darker path. So they're all going to be within a general area of that, but sometimes they're going to move around a lot. Now the only way to get into the deity system for the positive deity system, which is like angels, gods, whatever, you're going to need to talk to Elder Kai. You're going to need to go down his path. And the demon system, which isn't fully implemented yet, but the only way to go down the demon system would be to go down the negative path, or Demigrid's path. Now, you can't go down both. You got to pick one. After that, let me think, what else? Oh, normally, you get Tombolt, or TP medals from Tombolt Quest. Which if you use enough of them, they do up your stats a bit. And then you can grind Time Vault quest here. You got 4 quests for that. And that's really it for Time Vault, or at least for now anyway. At the end of the last Time Vault quest, you got a random chance of talking with the creator, and he might give you a Super Dragon Ball and some other stuff. So that's another thing to look forward to. So that's really it for Time Vault. Now we go warp spawn, whatnot. Spawn's really the same thing as it was. We're gonna actually fully fix that NPC later. We're revamping shop a bit too before we open. That's really it. Movie quest. This is one of the things that's taken up a decent amount of time because of how many builds we need. I believe. Yeah, we might be. Hold up. Where's Bojack? Broly second time coming. Oh, alright, so that's done. Bio Broly. Yeah, so Bio Broly and Beyond need to be worked on. That's really, that is correct. That's really, all that's left for that. And then another thing that we're waiting on is for one of our staff to finish rescaling the PQs. So, that's not going to take too long. So I guess it's time for multipliers. Now, if we look here, my base is at 2.45. As I said before, Hikari's going to take a lot longer. All the form mastery stuff is put in the Discord. Now, I am a Saiyan, so I'm not going to really show off all the forms. I'm probably going to show off all the forms in a totally different video. But essentially here, if I go, this. I guess we'll go Super Saiyan 1 first. So, I don't have regular SS. Oh, hold up. We're going to set our current to 50. However, for regular SS, you need, if I go here. So if I set it to 3, I am the legendary Super Saiyan, so it does bump like. Why did that do that? Hold up. Yeah, no, I think it's because, yeah, in this full mastery. So when you have, level 50 for mastery, you get full power Super Saiyan. But I also have level 100 golden mastery, which gives me, Super Saiyan 4. So if I do set all 50, and then set, let's just go 3, it's not going to do that anymore. Anyway, so this is, let me heal up real quick. This is full power Super Saiyan drain. Running around, it's pretty useful. Now it is a bit higher because I have LSSJ, but of course you can go to grade 2. Now grade 2 and grade 3 are probably the highest draining Super Saiyan forms right now. Here's grade 3. In fact, I think they're probably the highest draining forms in the game. But they're besides golden, even then I think golden Lozar might be better. I don't know exactly. They might be though. Anyway, set all 100 here. Now that should actually give me Super Saiyan 5. Yeah, Super Saiyan 4. All right. So we go to Super Saiyan 2 now. Oh, one thing. The more you use a form, it lowers your base mastery. So, for example, my base mastery is 100. If I chill out in LSSJ. Now, this varies. So, racial forms don't really lower it that much. Ultra Ego and Ultra Instinct lower it a lot. I think it's like about 3 points per tick. And God forms lower it by like 0.1 or 0.01. Anyway, I'm out of it, and for some reason it only went up, so I think some of them might be a bit broken. Anyway, Super Saiyan 2. Is the drain in it? Actually, to be fair, I think the thing it goes off is like that. I think that's the negative for racials. This is the drain for Super Saiyan 2. So if you look at it, it's still decently high for LSSJ, but that's it. We're trying to balance it more, and then of course we can go, 150. Of course, go Super Saiyan 3. Now, the biggest thing that I wanted is I wanted Super Saiyan 3 to be drain, like costy. Oh, and then it just dropped us out of that form because we didn't have enough base. I wanted to cost a decent amount, but I also wanted people to use it, so I think I did good on that. So this is how much it costs right now, and again, Legendary Super Saiyan kind of bumps the key cost, but it is entirely usable. I would just carry some food around with you. Now, I don't think I have access to 4 on this, so what I'll do, we'll do, I don't know, Vegeta, I guess, would be appropriate. And we're just gonna get our Kai technique, so GMC technique, give, Kai, fake moon. We're just gonna use this. Now, we also made it so Ozaru needs 5 base mastery, so Saiyans aren't going to be able to just get that right off the bat. And we were also playing with the idea, mainly me and my brother, Shinra, he's the dude with the Mr. Nakapo role. We were playing with the idea of making it so like Arcosian's base form was their minimal form, and then they'd unlock other forms over time, so they'd have more forms, but we didn't think it'd be fair for other races. Hold up, give me a second. Anyway, this is Ozaru. We go here. Ozaru drain. It doesn't really drain too much. Yeah, as you can see, it doesn't really drain too much. It's actually pretty good form. Starting off, I'd say it's probably one of the better ones. Now we're gonna go to Golden Ozaru. This drains a bit more. Oh, or not with Legendary. What the? That might need some work. On my single player world, that worked perfectly. But, I guess not. But essentially, it should have, like, similar to Super Saiyan 3 drain. A bit more. Yeah, no, that is just far too much. I gotta figure out why that's like that. Essentially, you can drop that into Super Saiyan 4. Golden Ozaru isn't gonna train that much, hopefully. I am gonna try and fix it. I thought it was. There we go. For the people who get LSSJ and they like don't want it, I'm probably gonna make a way for you to remove it, but here we go. So the form drain's a lot better without it. So I'm gonna have to tweak it with it. Super Saiyan 4 is draining relatively close to like Super Saiyan 2, maybe a bit more. Or not. I think that's closer to 3. I might have to nerf that a bit. But to be fair, it's 4K. So it is pretty good. Anyway, let's go to God. Now, God form has a new multiplier. Oh, base needed 500. So here is how God form works now. Because I didn't make that too apparent. So God form in Hikari, essentially the way to get God form with Saiyans anyway, is at level 500 mastery, you can get the God form ritual, right? And after you get the God form ritual, once you master that, which should only take like 1 shot, you get God form. However, if you like, there's not enough like Saiyans online or whatnot, if you get to 600 mastery, you should just auto unlock God form. So for example, I actually still have God form. Yeah, so it's not gonna show up. But set all 500. This will actually be a good example right here. So for example, if we pop into God, give it like just a bit, it's gonna drop me out of the form. This is God's drain, and there we go. Now this is because in some arcs like Moro, for example, Goku states that he hasn't been able to access Ultra Instinct since Tournament of Power. So I thought, let me play on that with all forms. So now people can't really auto forms, and if you auto forms, it's not too good for your base, and you'll eventually lose access to those forms if your base grows too weak. But it's a quick recovery, really. But just to be safe, I'm just gonna set my forms at 550 for now. But this is the Drain on Super Saiyan God. So it has like a decent amount, not too much, and its new multiplier is 5,000. So we wanted it to not only scale better, but another thing was we decided, wouldn't it be funny to have it play on the original 3 Saiyan forms, which is 1, 2, and 3. So Super Saiyan God is essentially 1 times 100. And then if we go blue here, well, base needs to be 650 for blue, so we're just gonna set it to 700. But I have Rose, which doesn't really change anything. So this is Blue's Drain. It's a bit more than God, but I'm probably gonna up it just a bit. And its multiplier is 10,000, so it's Super Saiyan 1 times 100. And of course we got, lowered it a bit. We got Shinkai, which is 40,000. It's a play on Super Saiyan 3, and that's the Drain on Shinkai. And then while we're at it, I guess I'll show off Ultra Instinct and UI. So Ultra Instinct and UI, they work the same for both. We did want to make it so, they're only accessible temporarily. So, for example, we're in UI level 1, which should not be 50 times. Why is this like this? Why do you fail me so? Oh, you know what? I didn't put the UI configs in. Give me 1 second. Alright, so I actually just realized that I didn't fully put in UI configs, UE configs, core configs, or DBC configs. So I just fixed that real quick. So what we're gonna do, CSE set pain 0. But real quick, I want to test something real quick. So I'm willing to bet that's the reason why Drain was so funky. Oh, UI is on. Hold up. Yeah. Alright, yeah. I just realized I just flashed my password, so I'm gonna have to change it anyway. Alright. And then Super Saiyan 4 Drain. Yeah, alright. So in reality, I think grade 2 and 3 drain less now. But in reality, I think that the main penalty to forms is really just the form mastery decrease. So I'd be careful with that. Now let's try UI. Alright, so I believe, let's see. Transfer heal, body, -1. There we go. So we have a Sino Ultra Instinct, and its multiplier is 10k, so it's equal to Super Saiyan Blue. Let's just have one of these motherfuckers activate. So the dodge chance isn't too high on this state. So yeah, we dodged that. But the biggest thing is, right now, the Form Master for UI, which for me I have it maxed, but it's going to be decently slow, because the more you master it, the more stages you unlock. So for example, my health wasn't low enough, so we're just going to heal that again. So you have a Sound of Ultra Instinct, and then you have this one, which is, I believe it's slightly weaker. Oh no, this is MUI. So MUI, which I just lost. Hold up. Here's the pain meter. Now, it looked weird. That's because max stats for this, even though it's the same multiplier, it's basically the multiplier is the same, so it multiplies everything similarly. Max stats, I believe it's like right here. So the multiplier will like visually shrink, but you're still getting the same, buffs. But now that I have MUI, I should just be able to skip, into UI. So yeah, so about right there. But if I do GMCA set all like 1,000, it will actually show the multiplier, which is 75k. And then later on in your training, you can go further. You can go into True UI. This is True Ultra Instinct, and it's 100k. And we'll trigger this. So I'm dodging a lot, as you can see. Waiting for the counter attack. Nah, I just hit him. Alright, it's fine. What about you? So I don't. The counter attack system is decently low on this. I'm probably gonna bump it. Yep, there it is. But yeah, as you can see, it will like visually move over. So about right there. So if I do 20k, I believe. Oh no, staying strong. Yeah, so about 30k. That's when stats cap out. So this is the max damage. But hopefully nobody really touches 30k. That's kind of what I'm praying for. But if they do, because we're gonna enter the testing phase, and I want to see how fast people progress. Because I am moving stats around. Hopefully they're more efficient. So people don't need as much, and then I also want to limit grinding a bit. Now I do want to talk about actually I'll save that for a separate video. So we'll go into destruction now, which I'm still trying to fiddle with this. I really don't like this. Essentially, I'll show you all in a second. That's what I'm talking about. So, JDSE God Scal 2 rank God 1. There we go. So now I'm gonna be able to use Ultra Ego. Hopefully that's fixed, or a way for me to toggle it that I just don't know about. I'll look through that config in a bit. But that's kind of what I'm praying for. So, we're in Ultra Ego now. I believe it's max right now. Yeah. So we're gonna do GMC4 Mastery, XCal, set, current 0. So we're gonna start at 10k, same thing as Ultra Instinct. But now, how this works is, essentially, if you look at this, it's going up a decent amount. The more you fight and all that, so the more mastery. So this is the only form that goes up the more you fight compared to the idle gain, which is as expected. And I do have to test because before it didn't work, but some of UI's abilities, like the Hikari thing where it breaks through the defense. I'm testing that, but hopefully it works right now. I think it does. I gotta double check though. Why did that go lower? Why is that going lower? I think that's just another visual thing. Alright. I'll have to test that because because my power was going down. Alright. So, because Ultra Ego doesn't have a timer, I did give it pretty hard key drain. Just so it's more balanced. But you could always just have a shadow dummy. Just come and fight you while you're doing this. But the key drain only activates right now anyway if you're using the orb, so I gotta fuck with that a bit. Yeah, so that makes more sense on why that. All right then, and I'm probably gonna tweak the speed of which it goes up to. That's really it. I did tweak. Mystic is another thing. A second. I tweaked Key Fist and Key Sense, so hopefully that's usable. Mystic. We recently had a poll about this on how it should work. So right now it's starting. Why are you like that? That should not work like that. Yeah, Mystics has been giving me a lot of issues. But essentially it should start at 100, which for some reason it's not. And then jump to 700 to 1,000. But I guess I gotta fuck with that. So that's really it. That's the majority of the changes. Of course, you know, there's more. But this video has gone on for 41 minutes. So, you know, I kind of want to cut it short. So I'm probably going to do a full, like, racial video. Probably later today. And then just post that on the YouTube. That's really it. Let me think. What else? I think that's it. I don't really do YouTube too much. So the testing phase is starting, hopefully tomorrow. But I'm not too sure. Let's pray it does. That's really it.